Hello BUAD160 students, and in this video we will look at a whole food market, how they is trying to build an ethical corporate citizenship. And have you ever shopped in whole food market? If not, you should try to find one in Pittsburgh. Whole Food Market consistently ranked as number one of the world's most ethical company because of its emphasis on organic food, health living, consumer satisfaction, equality, and sustainability. Let's first look at the history of the Whole Foods Market. So the Whole Food Market initiated in 1978 by a couple in Austin, Texas. So at that time, there were fewer than those natural foods market in the nation. So this couple named their business Safer Way as a proof on safe way. The entrepreneurs had a rocky start. So the owner believed that they want to create a company that incorporated the values of healthy living and conscious capitalism, and they tried to seek to balance the needs of all stakeholders rather than simply try to earn a profit. The Whole Foods promised to love all the stakeholders. In return, they got love from the stakeholders as well. So in the Whole Foods mission statement, and it consists of 3 goals. The first is whole food, and the second is whole people, and the last, the whole planet. The Whole Foods Market core value are an outreach of its mission statement. The value gives additional detail about how it is turning its mission into a reality. So you can find more detail on page 539 on the textbook. The Whole Food did an excellent job to balance the stakeholders' interests, and especially the consumers. So for consumer, what they first did is they offered a free sampling, and so that the consumer can give them immediate feedback about the product qualities. And also they set a very high standard for the quality. So for instance, the Whole Food Trade Guarantee maintained that the company only purchased products that meet the following criteria. First, meets its quality standards. Second, provide more money to producer. Third, ensure better wages and working conditions for workers. Fourth, utilize sound environmental practice. So their high quality standard attract a bunch of the consumer. Another nice thing attract the consumer is their eco-friendly labels. So they use the eco-scale rating system to rating their product, so to advise the consumer wisely to choose the product. The Whole Food are also taking care of another priority stakeholder, employee. So employee in the Whole Food markets receive 20% discount on company product, and the Whole Foods member that work at least 30 hours a week are eligible for the health care coverage. An employee who work between 20 and 30 hours a week can also receive health coverage after working a certain number of the service hours. So beyond that, the Whole Food Market encourage their employee to live a healthy life, just like their customers. Additionally, Whole Food is known for the discovery for the diversity. 45% of the Whole Food workforce consists of the minority groups, such as the Hispanics, and the Black, and the Asian. And the Whole Food care for its employee. It also realized happy employee translate into happy customers. So they're taking care of the employee, contribute to build this successful business. Besides the customer and the employee, who are the priority stakeholders, the Whole Food Market also taking care of their secondary stakeholders, such as suppliers. The Whole Food partner with the local farms to offer a better quality of the product and offer them a better price to protect the local economy growth. Last but not the least, the Whole Food Market also commit to the sustainability. So the Whole Food store already purchased the solar energy installation to power their facilities, and also they were encouraging their consumer to use the reusable bag instead of plastic bag. they're using the incentive method to encourage the consumer to use the co-op made the cloth bag. So all of this contributed to the long-term development of the business and the long-term future development of human beings, and they are taking care of the future generation of the human beings. So far, we understand the whole food market is such a successful business. However, is there any challenge they were facing or they are facing, and how they resolve those ethical issues? Yes, definitely. So the first challenge is coming from the competitor. So the Whole Food had perhaps the most trouble when it wanted to acquire its competitor, organic grocery chain White Oats. So White Oats was the second largest natural grocery chain in the country, and in 2007, Whole Food announced it was acquiring its largest competitor for $565 million. So guess what? This action was catch the eyes by the Federal Trade Commission, and they feel this acquisition will against the U.S. antitrust laws. So at the end, the Whole Food lost the lawsuit, and then the Whole Food will agree to sell its 31 White Oats stores and sell the White Oats brand. So when they are facing the ethical issue, the lawsuit helped to solve the problem. Another issue challenging the whole food market is the type of food they're selling. As the competition gets severe, and the Whole Food actually started selling junk food and unhealthy product to consumer. And part of this reason to stock shelf with a less healthy alternative was most likely to court consumers, particularly with the increase in the competition. So I believe many students still remember the PepsiCo case analysis. We talk about people just addicted on the unhealthy food. Sometimes it's really hard to changing the consumers' tastes. So that's what happened for the Whole Foods. However, the CEO realized the company is on the wrong direction, and the company started to hire the healthy eating specialist and began posting information on its website to educate consumers on healthy eating. So that's a great way to resolve this ethical issue, because the core value of this company is looking for the healthy life and healthy food. As the competition gets severe, it's diverted their attention. So luckily, the CEO realized the right direction and redirected the company on the right direction. Another issue challenging the whole food market is the relationship between the corporation and the employees. So the whole food market doesn't have the union to protect the employees' rights. And also, the CEO's policy actually is against the Obamacare, and those controversy make the Whole Food in a bad situation. And what happened is many consumers and the union began to boycott Whole Food store because the CEO claimed he sees healthcare as a privilege and not a right. So all of this problem put the whole food market in a very bad situation. In this case study, we found the Whole Foods strive to be a profitable company while also maintaining an ethical standpoint when making decisions related to its consumer, employee, and all affected stakeholders. No matter, as we discussed before, no matter how good the corporation is, they're all facing the ethical issue. The main point is we're going to learn from the ethical issue and try to find the best way to resolve it. So we cannot let it alone, because one ethical issue might be like a hidden bomb, and it may destroy the whole reputation of the corporation. And after watching this video, and I want you to watch two slides and to answer the question on the discussion board.